For the past few days, Simabi song, I've been talking about why are people attacking the family now. I've been talking about the importance of the family and why people want to attack the family. And my last podcast, I put out an episode of my podcast yesterday, and it was basically to address this talk because we're on two sides of the divide. Usually, it's a gender war, the radical feminists, and then the toxic rape you guys. But I want you to believe that all of these things is just, you know, a war against the family. Why would anyone attack the family? It's very simple. The family is the most important unit of socialization. First of all, we say the family is the smallest unit of socialization, but that is not enough. It's the most important unit of socialization because there's something called a super ego, and every human being, you know, would adopt some level of moral standards or certain value standards and behaviors. And you would accumulate those things which become your core standards and values from 0 to 3 years old. And these are times where you have to spend within the family. So only the family can give you this background, you know, knowledge or background values, moral standards that you owe for the rest of your life. Imagine a person without a family. That is the easiest person to exploit. When a family has been destroyed, when a family has been, disjointed, when a family has been affected, a major foundation has been taken out. So most people you see moving along the road, you know, who come from poor families are people who are not family rooted. They're not family rooted in any belief. They have no foundation, they have no background, they don't have safety. These are the most vulnerable people. People that can be easily influenced by any idea. So if we are going to bring ideas that are going to really fuck with people, what do you think we're going to do first? We're going to make sure we destroy the thing that can stand in our way the most, the family. Look at all the benefits that the family gives to a person. When I think about my life, I think about all the benefits that I have gotten through having a family. I wouldn't have gotten them without a family. You know, I wouldn't have gotten many of these benefits without having, my family. And that's why when I come up here, having this coffee time with you, the most important thing I really want to talk about is self-image and all the things that make you as a person. And family is a big part of it. And that is why everyone is attacking the family. No one attacks anything that is not so important. Look at all the recent developments. They are all an attack on the family. Look at transgender issues, an attack on the family. The push and the high drive for gay unions, for same sex stuff. I'm not here to say anyone is sinning or anything, but I could say that, but I'm not even in the mood to say that. The only thing I'm going to point out here is that if those things are led to thrive, then the family cannot survive. You see, the family survives in the absence of these things. Because every man or every child needs a father and a mother. They need the two perspectives of a mature adult male, a mature adult female to understand how to relate with males and females in the society. If not, they'll be taught outside. That's say what they don't teach you in the house, you go learn them outside. So the family, first of all, provides you your basic needs. When you're born, there's something called the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And one of the basic needs is food, shelter, clothing. And a man who has not received food, shelter, and clothing is usually not a man who wants to strive for any other thing because there are about, is it 5 levels on the pyramid, the hierarchy of needs. And if you're not satisfied the base level of needs, you cannot move to the other one. And the family supplies a lot of those needs. It also supplies a second level of need, which is the sense of belonging. We need a sense of belonging and community, and that's what the family provides for you. The family provides education. Your very primary education is by your family. Your self-worth, your sense of self-worth is by the family. Many people that have a lot of problems with, self-esteem started from their family. People that are fighting a lot of deep traumas started in those the developmental stages that they spent with the family. People that are suffering from abandonment issues and are seeking validation everywhere, you will know that these people are not loved at home. These people were not given the necessary emotional, you know, provision that they should have gotten as children. And it will tell. And you see, this is the push, this is the drive that many people are pushing for. That more women will see incentives to divorce their husbands. Look at the Western world. Look at the family law system. Pushing heavily to make it very appealing. Divorce is becoming so appealing. It's more appealing than marriage now. In fact, marriage is only appealing for the possibility of divorce. Can you imagine? People are going to marriage. In those days, people didn't really need to start signing prenups and all this kind of thing. But it's a thing now because now people have to be so smart. People are going into relationship and they're so careful about each other. So much distrust, so much hurt. Many people are operating on fear than love. But that is what is being pushed, a destruction of the family. Because if the family is destroyed, these basic needs will not be there. This source of education will not be there. These moral standards will not be there. And even if you have a family, and the family is disjointed, the family is made by people who have embraced very toxic ideas, they'll be passed on to you. That is the agenda. Because if you are left without a family, then you'll be easily influenced by anybody. You seek validation everywhere. You seek a sense of belonging in any group that you find yourself. Many of these people that are saying they are joining transgender and joining many of all these groups, why are they doing it? Because they are seeking they want some kind of recognition, some level of acceptance, and these communities they are growing in acceptance for these people. Let me tell you something about why some people engage in drug abuse heavily. They do so to feel cool. Do you know if some of these things were legalized and it was no longer a taboo, many people might not even engage in it. Why? Because the taboo is what drives the appeal. That's the funny thing. The fact that it's a taboo drives the appeal. It means it is us against them mentality. It drives the appeal for that. I want to seem cool. I want to seem. Many people do not really have a mind of their own to think of why they do things. They just simply want to go with what people are going to accept them, because these people will give you a community. A person who is lost, that does not have a family that loves them, will fall into many wars. That is why there's an attack on the family. If you are not loved at home, you will seek it everywhere, even in the worst of places. Let us struggle together. Let us struggle together, to stop this attack on the family, so that the generation that is coming, the generation that is unborn, they can find, that benefit. Let it not be taken from them. Men are getting married to us now because there's this proliferation of pornography giving us a skewed idea on what it means to be married, or what it means to have sex, or what it means to, or who we can be attracted to. Now we're attracted to the worst level of women. Not when you see women of value, most men are intimidated by those kind of women. They don't want to be with those women. They want to be with women who are the least. Please, let us try to work on this. Stay wise.